Hello, welcome back to the gay side of the internet. For some reason, you guys decided to trust me with your most deepest, darkest, most gayest confessions ever. I don't know why you did that, by the way. So we're gonna go through all of your little secrets. A reminder, this is a judgment-free zone. We're not gonna judge any of these. Some of these we may have collectively done. Some of these are pretty unhinged, I must say, but we aren't judging. We're not judging. This video is part of the 12 Gays of Christmas. I upload every second day during December, so make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss when the next one is up. And to keep you guys on your toes, one of these confessions is actually going to be mine. But I'm not going to tell you which one it is, you're just going to have to guess. Alright, let's go. First confession. Going out to my dad by saying the only reason I was seeing Barbie was because of Margot. Margot Robbie. Yes! Yes. She is so pretty. One of the most attractive people I have ever seen. But also, what did your dad say? Did he go, yes, child, pats on the shoulder, I understand, I agree. I love that that's the one we start the video off with. Me and one of my partners were being intimate online and they were on the way to church. I have so many questions for this one. We need some context. We need some background. What do you mean by being intimate online? Were you guys FaceTiming? Were you just sending pictures? Were they on the way to church in their parents' car? Or like, did they walk? All of these things matter. I don't know the answer to it. And then did they go and pray away the gay at church once they got there? I don't know. We need more information. As a child, I wanted to become a nun because I wouldn't have to marry a man and I could be around women. This is child logic that makes sense. Big brain. I wish I was that smart as a child because all I thought of was I can't believe I'm saying this, but I thought me and a friend would live in a house and share the same guy because she had a crush on him, but I wasn't romantically interested in either of them at all. I never had a crush on her or anything, but I just couldn't see myself living with other people. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't want you to take that and turn it into something that it's not supposed to be, but I just could not imagine what it would be who else would I be living with? I don't know. I need you to buckle up for this one. And I mean it. In high school, me and my friends bought one vibrator to try out. We all took turns usually, but in the same room. We put condoms over it and used it over underwear. We watched Corn together, but only ever touched ourselves, and we didn't watch each other. We also always were naked in the pool at night in the dark and used the jets to pleasure ourselves too. Not sure if straight people have done anything like this. Thinking about it now seems gay. Okay. Firstly, this is extremely, extremely vulnerable and an excellent confession. So thank you for having the courage to put this one in. It's just so wild. It's so wild. There's so many things. What? Not judging. My reaction is just how can this happen? This just seems so made up. But I know that you're not making it up. This is not coming from a place of judgment. Just pure surprise. I love that you were being safe about it. If that is the only comment I make, you guys were so smart to keep it safe. But also I can understand the sharing it around. You're curious. I want to know, does this thing feel good or not? I'm sure you think about this all the time. Was it just innocent or was it a little bit gay? I don't know. The whole pool thing. I know a person who has told me they used jets in the bathtub, and I think it might be a little more common than you think. So yeah, don't feel bad about that part of it. Keeping on this topic of pools, when I was in the pool with my first crush, all I wanted to do was pin her and her. Sorry if that's too much, lol. Look, I'm sure that in perspective is not as bad as what other boys would be thinking, so I forgive you. You guys are so funny. I know so many of these things we would all relate to. This is just part of the human experience. Sometimes we do weird things that we think is weird, but it's actually not weird. It's actually super common. Or sometimes we do really gay things that lots of other gay people have also done. I'm in love with my super gay women love women dentist who's 8 years older than me and is the daughter of a family friend. Oh, this is the most gayest thing ever. This is so gay, honestly. Oh, I hope you have the strength to get over this because from an outsider perspective, it's probably not going to work out. She's so much older and she's also a family friend, which makes things a little messy. And also, it's like that whole thing of like the dynamic. She's like, you're just there laying down and getting your teeth looked at, and she's all powerful and looking after you. I understand. I understand. Good luck. My sister asked her classmate to get churros with her, but she forgot to say it was a date. This is so innocently cute. Like, I love churros. I love going on churros date. Girl pal, I know you're watching. I would really love to go and get churros again. I crave it. But anyway, I feel so sorry for your sister. I hope she then got to clarify with the classmate that it was a date, or ask her on a date the next time. It's just two gals being pals, having churros. I fell in love with a straight girl, but when she found out, we both sat down and cried. Oh man, straight girl crushes are the worst. I just want to hug you from that. No. Before coming out and while working for a church, I blew an Uber driver on my way home. Is this real? Are you lying to me? I can't imagine that happening. How did you approach that? Did you just get in and you like looked in the front and looked at the Uber driver and you're like, you know what, you're hot. I'm gonna ask. How did you ask? What would you even say? Hey, do you want me to? I don't know. And then like, what if the driver was gonna say no? Would they just kick you out? Would they rate you 1 star? Would you be blocked and banned from the app? Just questions. Oh my God. Oh dear. Oh my God, guys, don't forget that this shirt that I'm wearing today is a limited edition piece. The Sappho long sleeve will disappear after the 12 days of Christmas, so make sure you go and grab yourself one if you want one. And yeah, you can get 10% off with the code 12gays, but let's keep going with the confessions. I've had an intense crush on a girl who hasn't talked to me for 8 months for the last 5 years. Who's gonna say it? Who's gonna say it? Who's gonna tell him? Me. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna pretend that I'm talking to my younger self. It's time to let go. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to move on. You're allowed to like someone else. If they're not talking to you, they're probably not interested. I promise there are so many other people out there that you can have a crush on. Holding on to something for 5 years is such a long time. When I say I relate to this, I really do mean it, because I was in love with my best friend for 5 years. So I understand this. It was so hard to deal with sometimes. A lot of the time I didn't realize that's how I felt. I didn't realize it was a crush or I was in love. Took a long time to come around to that, but at least you can acknowledge that. We are all here for you. We feel you with this one. When I was 8 to 9, I kept hooking up with my BFF, who's also my neighbor. She's still my neighbor. With this one, I've got questions. Like, have you guys ever mentioned it to each other since? And has it ever been weird? Like, are you guys still close? Most importantly, did she turn out to be gay? It's a really important fact that we need to know the answer to. It's also so funny to me that you were 8 to 9 years old. Like, I don't even think I thought about kissing at that age, which makes me feel this is not a thing on you. It's more of a thing on me. Like, it makes me feel like, man, what was I missing out on? I use that lightly because, like, you're a child at that point. But I feel like I just entered the world of sexuality way, way, way too late. I told my friends my crush was a boy for 6 months. They found out she was a girl on Insta. I wasn't ready to come out, but when they found out, they were really supportive. This is actually so smart of you to just be like, well, my boyfriend, or, you know, instead of saying my girlfriend. I can completely understand doing that, but I'm sorry they found out, but I'm glad that they were supportive. I once effed my girlfriend in the car while she was driving and we didn't pull over. Oh my God. With love, consider your safety and others on the road. Okay, real question though. Did you finish? With a girl, I feel like it's a bit more harder to navigate? Question mark? I have a crush on my lesbian best friend. What do? You tell her, fam. You tell her, because she's a lesbian, so therefore you know that there's an absolute chance. There is a chance that she could like you back. I'd go for it. I had a dream where me and some of my friends were about to perform a show and had a group masturbation session to ease our nerves. These friends were female. Look, you're not wrong with a relaxation technique. You can't blame the brain for coming up with that idea. This is so innocent. Don't feel bad about this one. It's just so funny. I want to know, have you ever told these friends? What would they think? I fell in love with my best friend and then she got a boyfriend and I'm jealous when they're together. This is something I would have written when I was 16, because at that time my best friend got a boyfriend and oh my God, was I jealous. I did not like him one bit. Just because he was dating her. He might have been a nice person. I don't think he was, for the record, but he could have been. I probably should be giving you advice, but I'm not really sure what I can do to make it any better. When I was in that situation, what could have I done? Nothing. You can't do anything. You just have to wait for them to go through their relationship. And even then, at the end of that, she might not be interested in you, which hurts. So I don't know. I sincerely wish you the best of luck with this one. When I was a little kid, all of my friends were obsessed with a boy, but I used to have a crush on my best friend, obviously. Understandable. So I faked a crush just to have something to talk about with them. I think I did the same thing. I'm sure there's so many of us who actually did the same thing too. I distinctly remember in the back of my diary as a 12-year-old, I had a list of my top 6, like the top 6 boys I liked, all at the same time, which doesn't actually make any sense. They were just all the boys who were kind of cute. So I would cycle through those boys if my friends asked, who do you like at the moment? That one. I like that one today. Okay, we're gonna end on this one. Oh my God. This one also comes from a really vulnerable point and I appreciate you having courage to put this one in here. When I was 8, me and my friend sucked on each other's nips because we thought we would taste milk. This is such a kid thing to do. Like, how are you supposed to know any better? I get it. I understand. I hope you and her are okay from that experience. I can imagine how embarrassing that would be, just rattling around in your brain, so appreciate it for sharing. Oh my God. Oh man. Thank you guys so much for submitting these. I hope that you feel so much lighter and better now that your secret is out into the world, but also we're not judging. We have done this. I promise you that there are other people in the comments. You guys are you're gonna out yourself in the comments. You've done some of these things. I definitely relate to a lot of these things. I hope you found this video fun. Until the next video, stay safe. Send in all my love. Don't forget to check out merch and I'll see you in the next video.